What a Wild Spirit Brings by Lil, Chapter 44. She found a tree with moss draping off of it like curtains and fell asleep in it, smiling. She ran through the wilder to Andari now that her body was safe and she was in shade out of the scorching sun, so needn't be concerned about how much time she spent in the wilder, and called out for Trixian. The woman was nowhere to be found. She finally felt so sad that she couldn't tell her that she went back to the frozen pond where they had sled, and found Trixian there doing just that. Lil laughed. "Little brave one, where have you been? I see you figured out how to make things appear." "No, I only can this because I came and was remembering and it suddenly appeared. I have no idea how I did it." "Oh, well, I can show you. But right now, I have amazing news, Trixian." "Oh, such as?" "You can love a woman! You can love any woman you want if she loves you too, and you won't be stoned." Confusion and fear held Trixian still. Lil grabbed her hands and started dancing with her. The woman wasn't understanding and did not dance, but stood as frozen as the pond. "I went to the seat of Try. I beat your grandmother in the wilder. I won. The law has changed. I changed it for you, Trixian. You don't have to feel ashamed anymore. I won." "What manner of test is this? And after so long that you have been missing, I do not understand." "It is no test. It is true." "But it cannot be. I wouldn't lie to you and never exaggerate about something like this. Trixian, you really truly are going to be accepted by our people now. You don't have to live in shame or fear anymore. Don't you see? I did it. I did it for you." The confusion was turning to shock and tears. Trixian was starting to falter. Shaking her head, Trixian backed away from her. "This cannot be true. This is cruel." "But it is true. You can go ask your grandmother yourself if you want. The law is now changed." Lil put her arms around her, and her friend started sobbing. Lil petted her hair and kept on, telling in detail what had happened. Trixian cried the whole time. Lil knew it was a lifetime of hidden grief coming out and didn't press her to be happy. She even cried herself, but couldn't stop smiling. This might be the last time Trixian ever had to cry. "And you left grandmother to sit, while you did this for me?" "Yes and yes. It's not right for you to feel like you can't love a woman if you do. It's not right for you to feel ashamed." "Then you—" Trixian looked up at Lil, still crying, still in her arms. Her eyes were searching, piercing into Lil's, trying to see into her mind. Lil realized what she was looking for, and her heart broke. "I can't desire you, Trixian, not like that. I'm so sorry." Trixian tried to pull away, crying anew, but Lil held her near and let her cry all the more she needed to. She couldn't help it. Her heart went out to the woman. "Forgive me, Lil." "Nothing to forgive, Trixian. You should be the one being apologized to. I'm the one who's the problem." "No, no." "Yes, Trixian, I was raped by a woman, not a man. I don't have much reason not to feel any attraction for men. I just don't. But women, I find them lovely, and at the same time, I can't bring myself to want to touch one. I'm sorry, Trixian. I'm so sorry." "By a woman? Oh, Lil." Trixian was trying to hold her now, trying to change her arms so that they were around Lil's head, and she was the one comforting. Lil couldn't stop it. She couldn't hold it back. She finally, after half a year since it had happened, could cry freely about it, could cry for herself, and not just that she was robbed, but that she had regained something of what had been taken. It was her turn to weep, and Trixian hugged her just as close as she had been held. All her grief and turmoil came pouring out in a cascade of tears, and Trixian cried with her. She felt demean washing away with each shed tear. The horror of it wasn't so demeaning and real. It was finally a memory and nothing more. Panic didn't grip her, nor disgust. Instead, relief gushed in like a waterfall. As they cried together, they petted each other. They clung, and they kissed hair and cheeks and then lips. Their intertwining bodies began to embrace in a new way, and Lil didn't even realize until the pleasure was too strong to be ignored. The other one was so different from Demeen. She was tender and soft and touch became less frightening by the moment as each became bare and the kisses became deeper. There was no need for restraint with a partner who did not seek your harm. With a woman who might even love you, why not give in? Why not dare to trust her? The taste of skin was succulent. The round of her breasts was so soft. The tenderness in her caressing fingertips so gentle, and the spreading of her legs so subtle, that Lil was making love with her and did not realize it until after they had been at it for hours and were lying next to each other, panting, smiling at one another. Something happened. She didn't know what, but something changed, and she was so grateful for it. They both left, exhausted and ready for their own sleep, but she was satisfied even when she woke up. Her body felt so relaxed and alive. It was wonderful, so wonderful.